Nick Maggiulli's Just Keep Buying, Proven Ways to Save Money and Build Your Wealth is a groundbreaking exploration of personal finance that strips away the noise, complexity, and myths surrounding wealth building. With data-backed insights and a refreshingly straightforward philosophy, Maggiulli crafts a guide that is as empowering as it is practical. The book revolves around a deceptively simple yet profoundly impactful mantra: just keep buying. This phrase encapsulates the power of consistency, the importance of persistence, and the inevitability of progress when small actions are repeated over time. Maggiulli invites readers to rethink their relationship with money, moving beyond guilt, fear, and perfectionism to embrace a system of evidence-based decision-making. His approach rejects rigid, one-size-fits-all rules, replacing them with flexible strategies that adapt to the ebb and flow of real life. Whether you are someone struggling to save, hesitant to invest, or unsure of how to balance financial discipline with enjoying your hard-earned income, this book provides the tools to chart your path with clarity and confidence. At its core, Just Keep Buying is more than just a guide to saving and investing. It is a philosophy of resilience. Through its 2 sections, the book explores the fundamentals of saving, emphasizing how small, intentional steps lay the groundwork for future wealth. It then transitions to investing, demystifying the markets and showing how disciplined, consistent investing can transform financial stability into long-term abundance. Along the way, Maggiulli draws on personal stories, historical data, and timeless principles to illuminate the journey toward financial independence. This is not a book about shortcuts or secrets. Instead, it is a call to action to take charge of your financial future with patience and perseverance. By the time you finish, Maggiulli hopes to convince you that wealth building is not reserved for the lucky or the extraordinary. It is achievable for anyone who is willing to take small, repeatable actions and trust in the process. Just Keep Buying is the roadmap, and your financial freedom is the destination. Nick Maggiulli opens Just Keep Buying by addressing the age-old question of how to approach personal finance. Should you focus on saving or investing? Part 1 of the book is dedicated to understanding the principles of saving money, a fundamental step in building wealth. While investing often takes center stage in financial discussions, Maggiulli emphasizes that saving is the cornerstone of financial stability, especially for those just starting their wealth-building journey. Maggiulli begins with a straightforward yet profound concept. Whether you should focus on saving or investing depends on where you stand financially. He introduces the concept of the save-invest continuum, which divides the wealth-building process into 2 stages. At one end are those who need to prioritize saving because their assets are small, and at the other are those with significant assets who should focus on optimizing their investments. To help readers determine their position on this continuum, Maggiulli suggests comparing their expected savings for the next year with the expected growth of their investments. If your savings are likely to exceed your investment growth, you should focus on saving more. If your investment growth outpaces your savings, your attention should shift to investment strategies. This simple calculation reframes personal finance, encouraging readers to stop obsessing over investing prematurely when their primary focus should be on building a strong financial foundation through saving. Maggiulli dismantles the universal advice to save 20% of your income as overly rigid and potentially harmful. He argues that a fixed savings rate ignores personal circumstances, such as fluctuating incomes, lifestyle needs, or financial emergencies. Instead, he offers a more adaptable approach. Save what you can. The amount you save should depend on your current financial situation, not an arbitrary rule. To illustrate this, Maggiulli draws inspiration from biology, likening human saving habits to the adaptability of Dolly Vardenchar, a type of fish that adjusts its metabolism based on food availability. Just as the fish conserves energy during scarcity and feasts during abundance, individuals should save more when their income is high and scale back when times are tough. This flexibility helps reduce stress and guilt associated with saving while ensuring that financial goals remain realistic and achievable. In this chapter, Maggiulli takes aim at one of the most pervasive myths in personal finance: that cutting expenses is the best way to save money. While reducing spending can be effective to some degree, he emphasizes the inherent limitations of frugality, particularly for low-income earners whose basic expenses already exceed their income. Instead, Maggiulli champions the idea of increasing income as the primary driver of savings. He outlines 5 ways to boost income. 1. Sell your time or expertise by taking on freelance work or side gigs. 2. Sell a skill or service that others find valuable, such as graphic design or tutoring. 3. Teach people by creating online courses or content. 4. Sell a product, particularly digital ones that can scale indefinitely. 5. Climb the corporate ladder, leveraging promotions and salary increases. Maggiulli also introduces the concept of human capital, the economic value of your skills, knowledge, and time. By investing in education, certifications, or specialized training, individuals can significantly increase their earning potential. This chapter is an empowering call to action for readers to focus on income growth rather than penny pinching as the key to long-term financial success. Many people struggle with guilt when spending money, even when they can afford to. Maggiulli provides a solution through his 2x rule. For every dollar spent on a luxury or splurge, invest an equivalent amount. For example, if you spend $400 on a pair of shoes, you must also invest $400 in income-producing assets. This rule helps balance indulgence with financial responsibility, allowing readers to enjoy their money without compromising long-term goals. Maggiulli also reframes spending as an opportunity to maximize fulfillment rather than mere happiness. He cites research showing that spending on experiences, buying time, e.g., hiring help, and spending on others often yields the greatest returns in life satisfaction. By aligning spending with personal values and long-term goals, readers can make financial decisions free of guilt or second-guessing. Maggiulli takes a contrarian stance on lifestyle inflation, the tendency to spend more as income rises. While many financial advisors warn against it, he argues that moderate lifestyle creep is both inevitable and beneficial. Increased spending can enhance quality of life and provide motivation to continue earning. However, he cautions against unrestrained lifestyle inflation, which can lead to financial ruin. To illustrate this, he shares the cautionary tale of the Vanderbilt family, who squandered their vast fortune within a few generations due to excessive spending. Maggiulli advises readers to embrace lifestyle upgrades that add genuine value to their lives while setting clear limits to avoid overindulgence. Debt is often portrayed as a financial villain, but Maggiulli takes a more nuanced view. He argues that not all debt is bad. It depends on the purpose and terms. For example, taking on debt to invest in education or a home can be a strategic move if it leads to increased earning potential or long-term value. Conversely, high-interest consumer debt, like credit card balances, should be avoided whenever possible. Maggiulli also provides practical tips for managing and reducing debt. These include consolidating high-interest loans, prioritizing payments for the most expensive debts, and avoiding lifestyle inflation that could exacerbate debt burdens. By demystifying debt and showing how it can be used strategically, Maggiulli helps readers make informed decisions about borrowing. In one of the most debated topics in personal finance, Maggiulli challenges the conventional wisdom that homeownership is always better than renting. He argues that the decision depends on personal circumstances, such as mobility, market conditions, and financial goals. Renting offers flexibility and lower upfront costs, while buying can be a solid investment if done wisely. Maggiulli introduces tools like the price-to-rent ratio to help readers assess whether renting or buying makes more financial sense in their specific situation. He also emphasizes the importance of viewing a home primarily as a place to live, not as a speculative investment. By removing the emotional bias often attached to home ownership, this chapter empowers readers to make pragmatic housing decisions. Saving for significant expenses, such as a down payment on a home or a dream vacation, can feel daunting. Maggiulli offers a straightforward strategy. Break down large goals into smaller, manageable chunks and automate the savings process. For example, setting up a dedicated savings account and automating transfers can help ensure steady progress toward big-ticket goals. Maggiulli also recommends using high-yield savings accounts or short-term investments to maximize returns on savings without taking on undue risk. By combining discipline with automation, readers can turn seemingly unattainable goals into achievable milestones. The final chapter in Part 1 tackles the ultimate savings question. How much do you need to retire? Maggiulli introduces the concept of safe savings rates, which estimate the amount required to sustain a comfortable retirement. He explains that retirement readiness is not about reaching a specific age but about achieving financial independence, where passive income and savings can cover living expenses. Maggiulli also dispels the fear of running out of money in retirement, noting that most retirees spend less than they anticipate and often leave behind substantial inheritances. By aligning retirement planning with personal values and goals, readers can create a roadmap for a fulfilling and financially secure future. Part 1 of Just Keep Buying is a comprehensive guide to saving, offering practical tools and psychological insights to help readers build a solid financial foundation. Maggiulli's advice is rooted in data and real-world examples, making it accessible and actionable for readers at any stage of their financial journey. By focusing on flexibility, income growth, and long-term planning, this section lays the groundwork for sustainable wealth creation. Part 2 of Just Keep Buying shifts its focus to investing, exploring the art and science of putting your money to work to build lasting wealth. Nick Maggiulli begins this section by emphasizing why investing is the natural next step once savings have been optimized. He explains that investing allows your money to grow through the power of compounding, where returns generate further returns. This process, over time, can transform modest savings into substantial wealth. Maggiulli points out that the sooner you start investing, the better your chances of achieving financial independence, as compounding accelerates over decades. He acknowledges that many people fear the risks of investing but argues that those risks can be mitigated through diversification and a long-term perspective. The key, he asserts, is to approach investing as a lifelong process rather than a short-term gamble, reinforcing his mantra of just keep buying. When deciding what to invest in, Maggiulli cuts through the noise of endless options and market speculation. He champions simplicity by advocating for index funds, which provide broad market exposure at a low cost. By investing in an index fund, you effectively buy into the success of the entire market, bypassing the stress and uncertainty of picking individual stocks. Maggiulli cautions against the allure of stock picking, noting that even professional investors often fail to outperform the market over time. Instead, he recommends building a diversified portfolio of assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate, tailored to your financial goals and risk tolerance. This pragmatic approach eliminates the need to chase trends or make emotionally driven decisions, freeing you to focus on consistent, disciplined investing. Timing the market is a temptation that trips up even seasoned investors. Maggiulli dispels the myth of waiting for the perfect moment to invest, arguing that trying to predict market highs and lows is a losing game. Instead, he advocates for investing as soon as you have the money available. The principle of dollar cost averaging, regularly investing a fixed amount regardless of market conditions, ensures that you avoid the pitfalls of emotional decision-making. Maggiulli illustrates how waiting for the right time can lead to missed opportunities and lower returns over the long term. The message is clear: consistent action trumps perfect timing, and the most important thing is to start investing now. One of the most pervasive beliefs among investors is the idea of waiting for a market dip to buy at a discount. Maggiulli dismantles this notion, showing that attempting to buy the dip often results in holding excess cash that underperforms the market. Data demonstrates that staying invested, even through market downturns, yields better results than sitting on the sidelines waiting for ideal conditions. Maggiulli underscores the importance of sticking to your investment plan and continuing to buy during all market conditions. By doing so, you benefit from the market's long-term upward trajectory, even if short-term fluctuations create temporary losses. The mantra of just keep buying shines here, offering both psychological and financial resilience. Maggiulli highlights the role of luck in investing, a factor often overlooked in traditional financial advice. While skill and discipline are critical, he argues that timing, market conditions, and economic cycles can significantly influence outcomes. This acknowledgement of luck is not meant to discourage but to reinforce the importance of controlling what you can, your behavior and strategy. By focusing on consistent action, diversification, and avoiding speculative risks, you can minimize the impact of luck and increase your chances of success. Maggiulli's perspective adds humility to the investing process, reminding readers that while they can't control market outcomes, they can control their response to them. Volatility is often seen as a threat, but Maggiulli reframes it as an opportunity. He explains that market fluctuations are inevitable and should be embraced rather than feared. Volatility creates opportunities to buy assets at lower prices, benefiting long-term investors who stay the course. Maggiulli emphasizes that short-term losses are not failures but part of the natural rhythm of investing. By focusing on the long-term growth of your portfolio rather than day-to-day market movements, you can develop the emotional resilience needed to navigate uncertain times. Volatility, he argues, is a small price to pay for the substantial rewards of long-term investing. Buying during a crisis is one of the most challenging yet rewarding strategies in investing. Maggiulli explores historical examples of market downturns to show how those who continued to invest during periods of fear and uncertainty reaped significant gains. Crises often create opportunities to acquire high-quality assets at discounted prices, but this requires discipline and a strong belief in the market's eventual recovery. Maggiulli encourages readers to stick to their investment plans and trust in the long-term resilience of the market. He acknowledges the emotional difficulty of buying during a crisis but reminds readers that these moments often offer the greatest potential for wealth creation. Knowing when to sell is just as important as knowing when to buy. Maggiulli provides clear guidelines for selling, such as rebalancing your portfolio to maintain your desired asset allocation, or when you've achieved a specific financial goal. He warns against emotional selling, which often leads to locking in losses during market downturns. Instead, he urges readers to establish rules for selling in advance, ensuring that decisions are based on strategy rather than fear or greed. By focusing on long-term objectives and maintaining discipline, you can avoid the common mistakes that derail many investors. Diversification is a cornerstone of successful investing, and Maggiulli emphasizes its importance in building a resilient portfolio. He advocates for investing not only in domestic markets but also in international ones, as global diversification can reduce risk and enhance returns. Maggiulli explains that relying solely on one country's market exposes you to unnecessary risk, especially if that market underperforms. By spreading investments across different regions and asset classes, you create a more balanced and robust portfolio that can weather economic shifts and capitalize on global growth. Maggiulli's chapter on why you will never feel rich tackles the psychological barriers to financial satisfaction. He explains that no matter how much wealth you accumulate, societal pressures and comparisons to others often create a sense of inadequacy. This phenomenon, known as lifestyle inflation, ensures that financial goals keep moving further out of reach. Maggiulli urges readers to focus on their personal definition of wealth rather than chasing arbitrary benchmarks. By aligning financial decisions with personal values and long-term goals, you can cultivate a sense of fulfillment that transcends material wealth. The most important asset you have, according to Maggiulli, is not your portfolio but your ability to earn and grow your income. He emphasizes the importance of investing in yourself, whether through education, skill development, or career advancement. Your career is the foundation of your wealth-building journey, providing the resources needed to save and invest. Maggiulli encourages readers to think of their human capital as an asset that compounds over time, just like investments. By continually improving and leveraging this asset, you can create a sustainable path to financial independence. Maggiulli concludes, just keep buying by tying together the lessons of both saving and investing into a cohesive framework. The key to building wealth, he argues, lies not in complex strategies or perfect timing, but in consistent, disciplined action. By focusing on saving during the early stages of your financial journey and transitioning to investing as your assets grow, you can create a lifetime of financial stability and freedom. His mantra, just keep buying, is both a strategy and a mindset, reminding readers that the path to wealth is built one step at a time. Nick Maggiulli's Just Keep Buying concludes with a powerful reminder that building wealth is not about perfection or complexity, but about consistency, discipline, and patience. Across its chapters, the book equips readers with the tools and mindset needed to navigate the often daunting world of personal finance. By addressing both saving and investing, Maggiulli provides a comprehensive framework that adapts to each stage of life, helping readers make smarter decisions today for a wealthier tomorrow. The central philosophy of the book, Just Keep Buying, serves as both a strategy and a mantra. It is a commitment to progress over hesitation, action over analysis, and persistence over fear. By consistently saving what you can, spending guilt-free on what matters, and investing regularly without trying to predict the future, financial independence becomes not just a possibility but an eventuality. Maggiulli emphasizes that wealth is not built through extraordinary moments or perfect timing but through small, consistent actions compounded over time. The book also leaves readers with an important message about balance. It is not enough to simply save and invest. Wealth must be enjoyed, used to create fulfillment, and aligned with personal values. Maggiulli encourages readers to define their own financial goals, resist the endless comparisons that make satisfaction elusive, and focus on what truly matters to them. In the end, Just Keep Buying is not just a guide, it's a call to action. It challenges readers to rethink how they approach money and empowers them to take control of their financial journey. By following the principles in this book, anyone can achieve a more secure, confident, and fulfilling financial future. The road to wealth is not reserved for the extraordinary. It is built by those who embrace consistent action, trust the process, and, above all, just keep buying. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Nick Maggiulli's Just Keep Buying, Proven Ways to Save Money and Build Your Wealth. I hope this video has given you a clear understanding of the book's practical lessons and inspiring philosophy. Whether you're just starting to save, taking your first steps into investing, or refining your financial strategy, remember that wealth is built through consistent, intentional actions over time. The beauty of Just Keep Buying is its simplicity. It reminds us that financial success doesn't require perfection or luck, but persistence. Every small step you take, every habit you build, and every investment you make brings you closer to financial freedom. The key is to stay committed and trust the process. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on personal finance and self-growth. Let me know in the comments what your favorite takeaway was or what topic you'd like me to cover next. Until next time, remember to stay consistent, take action, and just keep buying. See you in the next video.